So this is Euro dollar analysis for Monday, the 8th of January. Now, let's have a look what happened with prices and where they may likely go. So here we are on the 5th. So what we did see, we didn't see a test of 2092. Prices did actually turn around, headed towards our 2030. Down at 2030, we're looking for prices to potentially bounce. As we can see, found support, had a further sell-off to test 2030 again. We didn't break down. At present, we do seem to have caught a bit here. So we did trade as low as, just bear with me a second. Let's just see how low. We didn't trade too much below 120.30. Traded as low as 120.20. Nothing to be too concerned about, I don't think. But as we can see here, we've prices that we've actually caught a bit of a bid in the market. So in light of the most recent trend being to the upside, a bit of a consolidation at present, I'm expecting further upside momentum on the euro against the dollar. Now, again, I'm looking for this major level in up at the highs of 2017. In around 2092, we'll see if prices, we do see a negative reaction again from 2092, potentially seeing price come down to 2030. If we do turn around from where we are at present and we don't have a true test of 2092, again, if downside momentum takes us to 2030, I suppose we have to be aware of our most recent swing in the market in around the 120 level, round number, so could potentially find support down there again. But the level that I am looking at is in around this 1961 if we do see a bit of a strong breakdown from this 2030. In around the 1961, we've also got a 200-period moving average marked out here in blue as well, potentially adding to a further confluence for further upside buy-side momentum to re-enter the market. So providing support at the horizontal as well as at the horizontal level of 1961, coupled with the dynamic support of the 200-period moving average, seeing potentially price head towards a 2030, beyond which we're looking for a move up to 2092. If we did break down from 1961, the very next level was pretty obvious, in around this 1910 level. It is a major level. It is marked out here in red. And again, we're looking for buy-side momentum to take us to test 1961, potentially the 200-period moving average from underneath, but then after which we're looking for price head towards that 120.30. That should pretty much just wrap up where we are on the hourly charts. Of course, if we do get quite a bit of market volatility, we could potentially overshoot 2092. So the very next level after 2092 that we are looking at is all the way up at 2178. So if we did break out to the upside, we're looking for potentially 2178, where we might see some further resistance to the upside. A pullback from possibly this 2178 might be down to this 2150, but we'll see how prices react around this 2178 if we do get up there. And again, to the downside below 1910, we do have 1862, and again, I wouldn't expect those levels to. I wouldn't expect the levels I just previously mentioned to come into focus unless we do have quite a bit of market volatility. So we'll head over to the. Let's start on the monthly chart. We're going to get scale out here correct. And just bear with me a second. So here on this monthly chart, as we can see here on the euro dollar, we've come down to this area in the low. I think it's in around this 103, 104. We've found support and we have seen quite a bit of buy-side momentum since the French elections. Pretty strong candles closing near their highs. We had a bit of a pullback so far, but over the past 2 months, we've seen strong buy-side momentum coming into the market, suggesting further upside continuations on the card on this higher time frame, the monthly chart. So euro does appear to be strengthening against the dollar over the long term here on the monthly chart. So we're going to head over to the weekly chart, which I can imagine is going to paint a similar picture. And here we are. So we came into this area where we did find support on quite a few occasions. Posted a higher low. We've had the gap up in the market, hasn't been filled since the French elections. We've had a strong move to the upside, broken through 200-period moving average. Had a bit of a pullback. We've come down towards that 116-ish. We've had a move upwards, another pullback. We've posted a higher low. So we've got a low there, and we've got a higher low there as well, which again is a bullish side. We've had further upside continuation. Now we're going to see how prices react towards this swing in the market. Previous highs in around 2092, break from which again we could look at. We've got all the levels marked out here on your right. And we've also got a 400 period moving average sitting in around at 125. But it'll probably take a couple of months before we get all the way up to this 125 if we do see the further upside continuation on euro dollar. Now, let's just have a look before we wrap up here on the daily chart. So we head over to the daily chart on euro dollar, and let's just here we are. So this was a previous swing in the market in around September. We've had prices come down, find support. We've had a bit of a it appeared at one point to be a bit of a head and shoulders developing here, but not quite. What we have had is prices. We've had our lows here, higher low, slightly higher low there, pretty close. And we've had a break of the most recent swing high and a move to the upside. Now we're in a bit of consolidation beneath this 2092, but if it does play out like we have seen quite a few consolidations, we might enter a bit of a range between 2092, from which we are likely to see a upside break and a further continuation upwards on the euro dollar. And with that said, that should wrap up the euro dollar analysis. Thanks for watching.